print we're going to try is on the much larger IP840 machine, and this machine is the one that we don't want students loading or unloading paper on. So you can see maybe just through here there's 2 rolls of paper, and once one roll runs out, the other one automatically kicks in and carries on where the other left off. But obviously there's a cost condition with doing long plots. There could be quite a lot of wasted paper, and with these sheet feeds, unfortunately you pay for the unused paper, so you have to think carefully to how you arrange things on sheets. It might be better to do 2 strips side by side rather than one very long one. It might be more cost effective. Okay, so we'll set the print up first and then come back to the machine. I'm going to show you the setup for a long strip image sent to the IP840 printer. So I'm going to do this through Windows again. You could do it through AutoCAD or Photoshop or InDesign. So we right click the file, preview the image. Okay, so it's a big long strip image. So in Photoshop this has been sized to be 2 meters long. Okay, so that's 2,000 millimeters, and the image is set to be 150 dots per inch. Okay, but it's still lovely and clean and sharp. Okay, it's going to print good, it's going to look well. So we go to print. I'm not using the 785. This time I want to use the IP840. So the IP840. Okay, I'm going to use my own paper size here completely. So let's just skip straight to the printer's options. Okay, so go to options, printer options. Okay, and plain paper's fine, don't need to change the paper type. The page setup, however, is going to be quite different. Okay, it's offering me an ISO A4 paper at the moment. That's way too small. So let's change this to a custom paper size. Okay, click on custom size, and because we're using a roll feed, we're actually allowed a 3.2 meter maximum length of image. Okay, if we had this on manual feed, we'd only be allowed half of that, 1600 millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to tell the paper to be bigger than my image. I'm going to set this to 2100. So I've added another 100 millimeters. Okay, so I don't want to have to shrink my image. I want the final image to be 2 meters long. Okay, and the width of the paper, okay, let's say it's the width of an A1, so 841. And so 841 by 8.84 of a meter by 2.1 meters. Okay. Okay, I've not got any scaling here in this time, no shrinking or enlargement. We can see here the little graphic, it's kind of looking the way we want it, you know, long and low. We're set on landscape. Okay, let's check the layout though, let's see if there's any other options. We can center the print. That's going to help us arrange things either side maybe, or help with the cutting out, won't be squashed to one side. And you can also save a bit of paper by conserving paper at the top and bottom. Okay, so the extra 100 millimeters should get shaved off. I shouldn't have to pay for that. Okay, so that's ready to go. Obviously this is going to be a much bigger print, so it'll be a bigger print file. So let's click OK and let that go. So we can see here IPF840, custom size, still the 600 dpi. Let's take this tick off so we can see what the picture's going to look like. Okay, that's looking what I expect, you know, an even amount of white paper on either side. So it should be ready to just let it run. So we print now, and it'll process the print. It'll take a bit longer because it's a much bigger strip of paper. Let's just see this coming out of the machine. We'll get things moving, but we'll speed up the actual throughput of the paper. We don't want to sit and watch paint dry. So obviously you need to log in to the different printer station this time. My print job's sitting here. It's charging you £9.40, so it's fairly expensive print. Okay, tick the print, activate the print, and machine springs into life. Okay, so time lapse on this one. We'll speed up this section. Okay, so that's the paper trimmed, and it should advise me just let it go. So you can see here, it didn't charge me for the extra 50mm at either end. Okay, so from start to finish, including the nozzle cleaning, we're just over 4 minutes. That's pretty fast. There's the printout laid out on the floor, and trimming something down that's this big can be a bit tricky. So I'll show you how I would do that in a separate video.